Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. It's Harry from Hasbro TV back on a match reaction video. So again, I'm pretty happy. Man City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Another clean sheet, 2 weeks in a row, and it's a great start for Thomas Frank at Spurs. Surprisingly, we didn't actually start with 5 at the back, which me, amongst others, predicted. I fully expected Danso to play today against City, and he didn't. Of course, that didn't really change the course of the game, I don't think, that much. So the midfield was Sarr, Bentancur and Paulinho, which seems to be the three that he favours at the moment. And probably in these bigger games he will favour because Paulinho has made an immediate impact. Of course, he scored against City today as well, along with Johnson. Yeah, those three are like sort of are equivalent, not the same level, of course, with Newcastle's three, where you're focusing more on like the strength and the speed and the ball carrying rather than the creativity. Now, this is partly forced also because we don't have a number 10, and still, even though we beat City, we still need a number 10 because when we play the likes of like some of the lower league sides and sort of lower sides in the league, you're going to need that pick lock player where teams will just sit two banks of four. But because we're playing away to City today, the breakaways, obviously, with Kudus, who again was, I thought, brilliant. Sarr, who was given the man of the match. I was leaning on the side more to Bentancur, but Bentancur is also one of my favourite players, really, at Spurs. So, and he was my choice for captain. And I thought, again, Bentancur was brilliant. Those three seem to be really clicking very well. And obviously, just the press was amazing. Like, it's crazy to think, I look at the press we had under Ange, which was just an absolute mess. And then Frank's been here for what, a few months, and immediately our press is just like, I don't know how many times better, like 10 times better, 20 times better. And you can see the players bought into it. Because like I said, probably a lot of people thought we'd go to the City with 5 at the back and sit back like at the PSG game and just play on the counter. Not that we didn't do that at all, but because the goal that Johnson scored was from a breakaway with who from Richarlison, who again had a pretty good game, I thought. The back line, Van de Ven made like a match-saving tackle as well. But we kind of were comfortable, really. I mean, City made a few changes. Cherki surprisingly came off. Bernardo Silva came on. Haaland, apart from that one header in the first half, didn't really have many chances at all. And you see there's massive structure, massive organisation under Frank, and we were severely lacking this last season. And you can see like he's done a lot of coaching with them, a lot of work with them, and it's just going to get better. But like I said, it's great winning both these games, and more than likely we should beat Bournemouth next week. I don't think it'll be as comfortable, but we should beat them next week. But we need to sign a number 10, and ideally, even though Johnson, I thought, actually had a pretty good game, and for me to say that does say a lot. And it's clear to see that Frank has done some work with him, especially putting him in the wide areas, because obviously last season playing a lot on the right, and he's been playing obviously on the left this season so far because of Kudus' arrival. But you can see he's developed some of his game. Like, I was surprised how well he kept the ball sometimes. Yes, I still don't think he can take on players, but he got his goal, which is what he's good at, and it was on the other side that some may argue doesn't really favour. And you can see he has made some sort of impact on him. I think Frank has made an impact on Johnson and all the players, really. But, you know, we still need that creative player, and I still think we need a left winger because the drop-off, like, even though I just praised Johnson just now, the drop from Son to Johnson and Odobert and Tell and, you know, these younger players, especially Johnson, whom a lot will argue is not even a winger, it's just too much from Son. Like, the drop is too much. And it's not because Son, the last few seasons, has been amazing. It's just the goal contributions. He still had 23 last year. And we still just need a high-level winger to come in on the left-hand side. And we definitely need a creator still. So it's a great win, but there's still a lot of work to be done, especially with the last week of the window coming up. And we need players to come in. At least we need the number 10 and left winger, like 100% still. Because not every team will play like City. And we do sort of have something over them psychologically, I think. But like, it's clear to see that we still need that creative player. Because like, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I think those three that he picked will probably be in these games where we have less possession. and I kind of push this a lot because obviously against Burnley we played Gray, Bergvall, and Sarr, which kind of showed that he was going to be a bit more expansive against like the teams lower in the league. So we need that like senior number 10, like 100%. And of course, you know, I haven't spoken much on the Eze thing, but I'm not really happy that we missed out on him, especially he just got announced at Arsenal today. And he would have been a definite Frank type player. You know, he can play in loads of positions, he's fast, he's strong, but there's not many players like that left on the market. And if you're going to buy someone like that, like Morgan Rogers, for example, you're going to drop at least 80 to 100 million pounds. And I just can't see us doing that, even though if we did do that, it would show we're actually like serious about winning the title, like Levy claims to say. So yeah, onwards and upwards, and let's actually buy some players before the window closes.